The lane we walk on not the same, we in different lanes. Got my father's chain, smoke some weed to medicate. Going through the days, how I handle with the pain. The praise don't hit the same, questioning what's in my frame. It wasn't all in vain, growth came out the struggle, we unpacking things. Bro said, keep your head up, blessings on the way. Ain't expect a long stay, play a long game. Hang my head in shame, nothing but a string can change. False resurface when I ain't the same.
Happy New Year!
Yeah, I just wanna make a toast. Wow, I'm kind of nervous. So we've been friends for a very long time, right? This year makes 17 years, guys.
17.
That is almost 2 decades. That is freaking crazy. Yo, I'm so proud of all of us. I mean, when you think about everything that we went through in such a short little time, you know, we've really grown. I mean, Ava just finished her very first year of residency. Angelica is finishing her last semester at Stella Adler. Daniel just got promoted to junior lawyer. Drew and I are taking a trip to South America this year. And Becca just got a new singing bowl, and she's gonna help realign my chakras. And that is a sentence I never thought I would say. There we go.
I'm gonna sing a bowl.
2019 was kind of rough for me, you know. Between the chemotherapy and trying to finish my book on deadline, yeah, I don't even know how I'm still alive. But here we are.
No, you are.
And while today is the very first day of 2020, I would like to proudly shout to the world that I, Sam Anthony King, am finally cancer-free. Fuck cancer. Straight up. But I wouldn't have been able to get through it without all of you there. I love all of you from the bottom of my heart, and I really mean that. And I know that 2020 is gonna be our year. I can feel it. Everything is gonna click for us this year, you know? Angelica is gonna finally write that play that she's been talking about for so long. And I actually have a decent name for it. All right, hear me out. Good grief.
I actually like that.
Okay, all
See
right,
That's valid.
Danny is gonna finally go on a road trip with Drew and I. And if it's not this year, I'm thinking, listen, Nepal 2021.
Ooh, I like that.
Hey guys.
Becca is gonna finally create a business plan to start her own hot yoga studio. It's about time you get to that. And Ava, you are about to be the inspiration for the Generation Z version of Grey's Anatomy.
Right.
You know, like,
Come on, Ava.
I can't wait.
There's absolutely nothing in this world that can stop us. And even if there was, with all of you by my side, I feel invincible. So I am not taking a shot to 17 years of friendship. I'm taking a shot to 17 years of family. My family, our family. Cheers to us.
Cheers.
Does anyone have anything to say?
Look, I know it's difficult, but
we can talk this thing through,
What thing?
Daniel.
There's nothing to talk about. Sam is not dead.
I looked, I checked, all right? I double checked. It's our Sam.
Look, he can't be dead, Ava.
I literally just spoke to him on the phone 7 days ago. He sounded healthy. He had energy. He sounded very much alive.
I have something to say.
Please, sure.
Why the hell are you so calm right now?
What?
You're so freaking calm. Can you not be so damn calm? Get angry, be frustrated, be sad, do something.
That's not fair. You do not get to say that.
We all can't be like you, just sitting there pretending that nothing is going on.
According to you, nothing is going on.
Typical Ava, deflect the question and attack someone else.
I'm not deflecting. Look, you can't just jump on me because I'm not feeling what you're feeling, all right?
Just tell me what you're feeling then.
I feel everything you feel and more. But I know what I saw in those reports. I know what I saw.
But was there anything? I mean, I know you're a resident, but was there anything that you could have done?
If I could have, I would have.
But he went into remission. How did it come back? When did it come back?
Listening to all this means nothing because he just can't be dead.
Why do you keep saying that? Saying it won't bring him back.
Have you seen a body?
That's what I thought. No physical body means it could be a mix-up. Hospitals make mistakes all the time. I literally just had a case of medical malpractice.
This is not a case of malpractice, you idiot. Our friend is dead. You know it. You feel the same way that we do.
No, I need to see proof.
So, you want me to show you the body? Would that make you feel better, Daniel?
Yes, that will make me feel so much better because then I could prove to you that your hospital was wrong. It was wrong. I refuse to accept our Sam that cancer win.
I kept telling him that he needed to do a purge. I offered him crystals and he refused.
What the hell is the crystal gonna do for him, Becca?
Cathedral quartz relieves the pain and alexandrite purifies the body. It would have done wonders.
None of that magic mumbo jumbo can cure cancer.
Magic mumbo jumbo? Of course you would say something like that. Your aura is so disgustingly dark. I have a white topaz with your name on it.
I'll take the stone from you as soon as he gets you a freaking job.
You are so bitter.
Bite me.
That's enough. Drew, you've been quiet. Do you want to share anything?
What's the point?
The point?
You heard me clearly. What's the point?
Drew, I know you're upset, but you can't say that.
Sam is dead, isn't he? Isn't that why we're all here? I just really don't understand what it is we're even talking about right now.
We're to talk about Sam.
Except no one is talking about Sam.
So then say something, asshole.
Angelica, please.
Talk about Sam. Say anything you want about Sam. No one is stopping you.
We were supposed to take a trip to Peru this year. Calm, little 5-day vacation to see Machu Picchu. God damn, he was so excited to go. He already bought his ticket and everything. Told me what food he wanted to try. And then the pandemic happened. And we had to cancel. He was so excited to go, you know? This was supposed to be our trip.
So what was my invite?
Nobody wants your punk ass on a trip to South America, but I definitely would have wanted to go, Drew.
If anyone needed a vacation this year, it was me.
You needed a vacation from your vacation.
Yeah, exactly. You don't even work, Becca. What could you possibly need a break from? Oh, I know. It must be super tiring moving from the couch to the fridge every hour.
Haha, very funny. I'll have you know that it's super tiring having to deal with all of your negativity, especially Angelica.
Yeah, you have been extra bitchy lately.
You are such a piece of shit.
This has nothing to do with Sam. We're talking about Sam.
Right, Sam. So who was the last person to see him? I mean, one of us had to see him, right?
I mean, I spoke to him on the phone the other day. I was supposed to see him that night, but I got held up at the office, so I had to cancel. I didn't want to, but you know how things go. So I called him and we spoke for a whole hour, just chatting like old times. I even asked him how he was feeling, and he said never better. But look where we are.
But when was the last time you saw him?
4th of July weekend.
You hadn't seen him in a whole month?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Unlike all of you, my job does not allow me too many free days. Contrary to popular belief, but the pandemic only made crime worse. Deadass. It felt like every Black and Latinx person in this city needed a lawyer. The protests sucked, but it definitely kept the firm busy.
True. When was the last time you saw him?
March 8th. He dropped me at JFK for my trip to Venice.
Wait. You hadn't seen him since March? What is wrong with you?
Look, okay, I already feel bad about it. You do not have to rub it in.
What kept you from seeing him?
Well, I was in Italy for 2 weeks. Then when I came back, I had to quarantine for another 2 weeks. After that, that's when the protests and marches started happening, so I got caught up going to those. Ended up catching COVID, so I had to quarantine for another 2 weeks.
Wait, you caught COVID and didn't even tell us?
We don't keep secrets from each other, Drew.
I know, but I didn't even know I had it. All right, so some girl I was talking to came over to cook for me, right? And while I'm eating it, I'm like, yo, this shit needs some salt or some adobo, something. Turns out she ain't put no salt in it because she's a health nut. So I was tripping for no reason, right? Psych. Next thing I know, I light a candle. Can't smell the wax, the fire, the smoke, nothing.
Who gave it to you?
So I wish I knew. It could have been from anywhere. It could have been from one of the protests. Could have been from old girl. Shit, could have come through the mail. I just don't know how this virus works.
None of us do. That's the scary part.
Is it bad that I haven't seen him since Juneteenth?
What kind of friends are you? And why haven't you seen him since June? And don't you dare say you were busy or I swear to God, I will punch you.
That's not fair. What am I supposed to say then?
Ava, please get your friend.
Don't mind her, Becca, all right? Just tell your story, okay?
Okay. Well, he said he wanted to celebrate Juneteenth this year. He said with everything going on that this was the year to do it. So I told him, sure, I'm down. So I copped up some dope, I brought over my easels, and we had a puff and paint.
A puffin what?
A puff and paint, like with weed instead of wine.
Yo, I swear to put always coming up with new ways to be a bum.
I'm gonna choose to ignore that comment because it doesn't serve me in any way. As I was saying, I came over for the puff and paint and we got really high. We were so smacked off our asses, and I don't know if any of you know this, but Sam can't paint to save his life.
Yeah, he was the shittiest painter.
I remember we actually took him to a real sip and paint one time, you know, trying to get him to talk to some girls. Yo, this man couldn't hold a paintbrush to save his life, dog. Like, this man could write better than anyone I knew. And how is he so good at writing a story, but not painting one?
After the puff and paint, we just chilled in the apartment and we spoke about spirituality. I tried to help him open up his root chakra because I just felt like it was so blocked. And
Can you save the hippie talk for later, please? No one wants to talk about chakras.
Why do you care so much about what I talk about?
I care so much because I have to hear you go on and on about stones. Freaking stones. Read the room. No one cares about his root chakra. No one even knows what that is. Do you know, Ava? How about you, Daniel? Drew? I rest my case.
Just because you don't care doesn't mean that I can't share it.
Would it have saved him?
Opening up his root chakra?
Yeah. If you open his root chakra, would he still be alive?
It's possible.
Okay. Well, we weren't talking about possibilities here. We were talking about when we last saw our friend. Please, don't turn this into a conversion session.
Did you think that for 1 second that maybe I feel guilty? Like I could have saved him if I did more?
Becca, look around. We all feel like we could have done more. I saw Sam 10 days ago. I went over to his house because I needed help writing a scene for class. I was stuck, and the only person that knew who could help me was Sam. So I took an Uber to Kalowski, bought him his favorite tacos, went to his apartment, and we wrote. We just wrote, and it was flowing, and it was perfect. It was everything you could have wanted and seen. I knew I was going to need a on it too. I spent the whole day with him. And not once, not even once, did I bother to ask how he was feeling. I didn't even ask when was the last time he went to the doctor because I was so focused on that damn scene. Why didn't I ask him?
You had no idea this was going to happen.
But I was his friend, Ava. How hard was it for me to ask him, how are you feeling?
At least you got to see him. I hadn't seen my friend in 2 months. Sure, we texted, but I wasn't that busy. I could have seen him.
I didn't see him for a few months either, you know? It was just FaceTime calls. God, he didn't even live far from me. I could have seen him. How do you think I felt?
Don't beat yourself up over this, all right? None of y'all could have ever known this was going to happen. Not even me.
What do you mean by that? Not even you.
I saw Sam last. I saw him 2 days ago when he checked in to the hospital, and 3 days before that at his apartment.
But did he look sick when you saw him?
He was complaining to me about feeling weak and fatigued, and he was worried it might be COVID, so I went with him to get tested. It came back negative, but he was still feeling tired, so I told him to rest, and I offered to clean up his apartment while he napped. So I went to check on him, and he was up on the computer just typing away, and he had a tear running down his cheek, and I asked him what's wrong, and he said, if it's not COVID, then that means the cancer's back. He felt it.
So what did you do?
I told him, if you think the cancer's back, then go to the hospital. It's best to catch it early before it spreads. Then he stopped typing, put the computer to the side of the bed, looked me in my eyes and said, no.
What do you mean he said no?
Exactly what I said.
So he refused to go to the hospital?
That doesn't sound like Sam.
There's no way in hell. Sam said no.
Look, he looked me in the eyes and said no. He said going to the hospital was either going to prolong his life or prolong his death. At that point, he didn't even know which one he preferred anymore.
Those are suicidal thoughts. Why didn't you call the cops?
Call the cops? And say what, Angelica? Hey, officers, I'm calling because my cancer-stricken friend here doesn't want to take his chemotherapy. So I need you to come over here and put this black man in handcuffs until he complies. Does that make sense to you?
You're a resident. You have resources to help him.
I have resources for people who want to be helped. I can't force him to want to get better. No one can force anyone to want to get better. That was his choice. Did I agree with it? Of course not. I fought him on it. I told him it didn't make sense. I urged him to go. But he kept saying no. No. No, I will not go. You have no idea how hard it was to hear our friend say he wasn't sure if he wanted to live anymore. Sam. Of all people who loved life, it was Sam. And he wasn't sure if he wanted it. That hurt. But what was I supposed to do? You tell me, since you have all the answers. All of you love him. And I know that because he told me everything. He told me, he confided everything to me. I saw him every week, not just on holidays and vacations. I saw him every week.
So what do you want? A fucking cookie?
Oh my god, you're such a fucking asshole. I never understood why we hung out with your dumbass in the first place. You're so pretentious.
And you're nothing but a bitch. I'm glad that we all know who we are in this group.
Yo, son, you's going way too far right now.
Oh, here comes Drew trying to play Captain Save-A-Ho. Getting involved in her business is not going to make her want to sleep with you. If she hasn't done it now, that's would never do it.
Yeah, all right, keep talking, tough guy. See if I don't break your fucking jaw.
This is Zoom call, buddy. You ain't breaking a damn thing.
So I forgot where you live, Dame? I must also forgot where you work. I ain't the one, Danny boy. So you can play that tough guy shit for them white boys at your firm who are afraid of you because of the color of your skin. You and I both know real deep down you is still that same pussy ass nigga you was in middle school.
Oh, I've been waiting for this moment for a while now. It's about time someone told you about yourself. You think you're a hot shot because you out here traveling and shit? Don't let that passport fool your ass. You still ain't shit. You can go to Paris, Bora Bora, go to Argentina for all I care. But you and I both know that you're clinging on to something that is not there. You and Becca are actually in the same damn boat. The only difference is you're out here being a bum in style.
Leave me out of your dick swinging contest, please. Thank you.
Now look at you acting like you know a thing or two about those. Come on, Becca. You don't know how you get down. Ain't no nigga or bitch letting you sleep on couches for free. So what is it? You doing something strange for a piece of change? You making them holler for $1? Come on, share the secret.
Ooh, I cannot believe that we used to be engaged. You are literally the epitome of trash. So full of judgment, but can't even look in the mirror and accept your own faults. You know, why don't you tell everyone what you used to tell me?
Yo, you treading on thin ice.
Oh, am I, big man in a real small suit? Tell them or I will.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Interesting. So you don't remember telling me that you've always been jealous of Sam and Drew because everyone liked them better than you? How you would cry yourself to bed at night because it was always Drew and Sam and Drew, and you were always treated like an afterthought, a third wheel? How you never felt like you were a part of the group because you were off in Cornell trying to reinvent yourself as a cool guy from Brooklyn? Or better yet, how you wish Sam had never gotten cancer because
Yo,
people
shut the
were
fuck
going
up, because you don't know what you're talking about.
Of course I don't. I'm the unemployed spiritualist of the group. All I do is get high, meditate, and push crystals on all of you normal people. I have no idea what I'm talking about. You went to an Ivy League school, and people still cared more about the guy with cancer.
Nah, fuck this. I'm out of here.
Oh, don't leave. Come back. We were just getting started.
Hold on, Becca. Hold on. Run that back for me. He was jealous of us.
Yeah. He told me that there was nothing he wanted more than to be just as cool as Sam and Drew.
I mean, honestly, I can't blame him. Look at me.
All right, relax. Don't let that go to your head. You're still annoying.
Annoying. Constantly doing my best impression of you.
There's only one actor in this group, and you're looking at her.
I wouldn't be so sure. I had to act my ass off back in the day to make it seem like I didn't have a crush on you.
My first statement still stands. You did a terrible job at hiding your crush. Everyone knew.
Maybe that was my plan, you know? Do a terrible job. Maybe you feel a little bit of pity.
There was pity, just not how you wanted it.
So you're telling me even now, nothing can happen?
This is not the time or the place for this conversation, Drew.
My best friend is dead. My other friend, he wants to beat me up. There's a pandemic going on outside with no end in sight. If there was ever a time or a place, it is right here, right now.
No, it's not. We can talk about this privately.
What if I don't want that to happen? What if I want to talk about it right now?
Sounds like you're gonna be disappointed.
Ange, I'm coming to you with my heart on my sleeve. Is there any chance we have of being something greater?
And I'm coming to you with open heart telling you we are not having this conversation right now.
It's been too long for you to still not be able to make a decision, all right? Like, I've had a crush on you for a very long time. And if Sam taught me anything, it's never wait until the last moment to say what needs saying. So I ask you one more time. Is there any chance we have of being something more?
Copy.
Wait, Drew. So you're not going to say something to him?
Becca, respectfully, stay out of my business.
This group needs so much healing.
Does it? Are you going to be the one to help us? Heal us? You're going to Ayanla fix my life?
I'm not doing anything for you. Clearly, whatever you're doing is working.
And what's that supposed to mean? At least we're making do with our lives.
Oh, this shit again, huh? Why do you care so much that I'm unemployed?
Because you have so much potential, but you waste it. You have so much talent, but you do absolutely nothing with it. Fuck, acting came so naturally to you, but instead of pursuing it, you dropped it and walked away. And for what? No, scratch that. For who? Daniel? What happened to our dreams of making the industry together? Did you forget about that?
I haven't forgotten about anything. I grew up and moved on.
No, you got digmatized and fooled into thinking that acting wasn't a viable career by a black man who coons himself out for the white man's law firm.
There was nothing that I wanted more than to be an actress until it was consuming my life and I couldn't make time for anything else. I was obsessed and it kept me from enjoying life.
No, it kept Daniel from calling you at all hours. Admit it. He robbed you of the joy of acting to make you a domesticated lawyer's wife, and when you rejected,
I left because I wanted to.
Stop lying. We know the truth. We saw it a mile away. He dropped you because you didn't want to be a trophy wife.
I left because I caught him with another woman.
That bastard cheated on you?
Wait, why didn't you tell anyone?
He said it had only happened once. Some new lawyer at his firm. She had just graduated and needed someone to show her around, so he did it. Took her out to our favorite restaurant. They had a couple of drinks, and one thing led to another.
The whole time he told me he was thinking about me. But when I asked him why didn't he stop, he said he had already started. So what difference would it have made if he had finished?
You let punk ass Denis talk to you like that. You let him breathe after making a statement like that.
Should I have slapped him across the face and screamed at the top of my lungs that he betrayed my trust?
Yes, you should have done that and then some.
My life is not a fucking performance, Angelica.
It doesn't have to be performance. No man should get away with something like that.
Well, he did.
He changed you for the worst.
No, I was who I always was. You're playing too many characters right now to realize that they're simply just that. I know who I am. I know what I openly accepted in my relationship. So please don't sit here and act like you know how to handle something like this, because you don't.
I know how to stand up for myself. I also know how to have a backbone, and I know how to be a woman.
I'm more of a woman than you will ever be. Stop playing make-believe and come back to the real world.
You know what? For your information, that was rude. So you quiet now too?
And our friend just died. And all we did on this call was argue. What more you want me to say?
Look, I know you're disappointed. But I tried, okay? I tried, but they kept pushing me.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, all right? We all grieve differently.
You think he's looking down on us?
Yeah. I think he is. Look, why don't I let you go, all right? I'll see you at the funeral, okay?
Sure. Keep your head up, Ava. I love you.
I love you too. Thank you all for coming today. It really meant a lot to see you all there.
Sam left you all something. He instructed me that we were all supposed to be with one another. Everything he left is still in his apartment, so I have the key and we can meet at random times to get your gifts.
He left you the key, huh?
I saw him last, so, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I may regret asking, but does anyone have anything to say before I read his will? Speak now or forever hold your peace, please.
Yeah, yeah, I have something I want to say. I just want to apologize to everyone for basically how I acted the other day. You know, I let my emotions get the better of me, and I'm sorry if I offended anyone. Look, I do love all of you. It just hurts to know that we can't even function like how we used to. When my dad died a few years ago, I made a vow to myself. I was gonna travel the world because he couldn't. I was gonna check off his little travel list and see all the things he didn't get to see. And Sam was right there with me. He made that vow to me. He became my travel buddy, and it hurt. It hurts to know that this is one journey I couldn't help him make. I miss my friend. I miss Sam so much. And I wish things were normal, but they're not. And we have to just do the best with the situation that we're in. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all of you. That's it.
Thank you, Drew. Anyone else?
Okay. Dear friends, if you're reading this letter, it means that I have lost the battle. I want you to know that I did fight. I fought with all my heart. But some fights aren't worth it. With cancer, it feels like every step forward, you take two backwards. It's honestly a catch-22. The very thing that's supposed to cure you, the chemo, it's the same thing that drains you, keeps your body weak and fatigued, but also eradicates and heals the body of the cancer. When I first went into remission, I was ecstatic. I did it. I conquered the conqueror. I made cancer my bitch. And I felt great. And I felt great for so long until I stopped feeling great. Cancer is not fun, and it sucks dick. I wish I never had to experience it, but I did.
And I'm so glad I did, because I got to live, I got to learn the true meaning of life. I got to live a life that was not to be taken for granted. And I did it with the people I loved the most. Drew, Daniel, Angelica, Becca, and Ava.
Take your time, love. You don't need to rush the letter.
Yeah. Take a breath.
You all know that I'm the worst at giving gifts, so don't expect a lot from me. Drew, for you, I'm leaving you 2 tickets to Peru. I know that we weren't able to go on our annual bro trip this year, and I'm sorry I couldn't keep up my end of the bargain. But the best part about it being a bro trip is you have another you can take instead. So I'm leaving the other ticket for you to take Daniel with you. Daniel, I know you never got to come on those trips with us, and even though you always blew them off, I know deep down inside you always wanted to go. I saved a lot of money to go on this trip, and I want you to have the most fantastic time ever. So I will also leave you $2,000 for you to split.
Even when he's dead, he's trying to keep the peace. Just give me my ticket and my money. We do not have to go together.
Yo, you know that's not what Sam will want.
Sam's not here. Sam is buried 6 feet underground right now.
Look, I get it, you're mad, all right, but you really have to let it go.
And
Sam
you
is
think
gone, and this is the last thing he left us.
so a trip to Peru can satisfy not having him around.
No, God, nothing will satisfy not having him around, all right? But this is a way we can honor his name and his legacy, okay? Look, fuck it. Don't do it for me. Don't even do it for the rest of us. Just do it for Sam.
Can you guys argue about this later? Let Ava finish the letter.
To my favorite writing partner, Angelica. For you, I have left you something dear to my heart. I know you spoke about wanting to produce your own play, but you struggled with the concept. Well, now you don't. I am leaving you a manuscript to a play I wrote, inspired by our adventures together as friends. It'll need a woman's touch to be perfect, but it'll be yours. Make me proud.
He actually wrote it. Wow.
To my guru, Becca. I know times have been rough, and I know that the pandemic made things even harder for you, but I still believe in you. I have 4 months left on my lease. I'm letting you stay in the apartment for the remainder of the year. You can use the space however you choose, but please use it wisely. Start your hot yoga or host more puffin paints. Just make some money and get back on your feet. You're way too talented and gifted to be couch surfing.
Wait. He left her an apartment? A whole apartment? Becca, of all people?
Why are you trying to block my blessings?
Because I got $1,000 in a plane ticket while you got a free living space.
You make good money and you don't need an apartment. Stop being greedy.
It's not about greed. It's about logic. Becca can keep up an apartment on her own. She doesn't even have a source of income.
The apartment was paid for the rest of the year.
So what? How's she supposed to pay the bills and feed herself?
Don't concern yourself with my worries.
You know, Sam left one of the most imbalanced wills I have ever heard of. Imagine, I got a plane ticket while she got a free living space. It just doesn't make any sense. You know, I wonder if he started going crazy in the last few days or something, because why would he do that?
He did it because he wanted to. You don't deserve an explanation as far as I'm concerned. Feels like you don't deserve anything at all.
If you have something to say, and just say it.
I don't speak to cheaters.
You told her?
Yes, I told her. I should have told her earlier, but I tried to protect you.
You cheated on Becca? Bro.
Don't bro me. It was a mistake.
Of course. It was a mistake to take a woman out for drinks, get drunk, and then whip your dick out.
Big
Does
freaking
it concern you?
No. It concerns my homegirl, so it concerns me.
I can speak for myself. Thank you very much.
I defend you and you attack me?
No, I'm trying to be a woman, so let me be.
Yeah, let her be, Angelica. She got this.
Yo, son, what the fuck is your problem?
My problem is I'm sick and tired of the bullshit. Admit it. None of us have hung out with Sam as much as we should have. We all slacked off. I don't even remember the last time we hung out together in the same space.
It was New Year's Eve.
See? That's terrible. We haven't all hung out as a group since January. And you expect me to sit on this call and pretend that everything is sweet? The only reason we're speaking to each other right now is because Sam died. That's it. Nothing more and nothing less. Sam was the glue that held this shit show together. And now that he's gone, what the hell is left? You know, he never even got his happy ending. No wife, no kids. He barely got to publish that book. Sam left no legacy behind. He left nothing behind. That doesn't bum y'all out. He was an angel. And what does he have to show for it? Nothing. Just absolutely nothing.
He has us. We are a part of his legacy. We could carry on what he started, what he touched. Like, all right. I'm gonna make another vow today. I vow to honor that man every chance that I get. His name, his legacy, all of it. Look, dog, you don't have to join me, but you absolutely should. Just remember everything that he did for us.
I remember everything. That's why it's frustrating. Because all of it means nothing now. It doesn't mean anything anymore. He's gone. He left us. We just have to pick up the pieces and move forward. It's not that easy.
So, let's do it together.
This is not a fucking movie, Drew. We can't just pretend that all of our lives are in sync. They're not. All of us are on different paths. It's clear. You know, I don't even know things about y'all anymore, but we call ourselves friends. Are we friends? Or are we just comfortable with our shared past?
Ava, what's wrong?
Sorry, it's nothing.
No, it's something. What did Sam leave you?
Yeah, you never read your part.
Hopefully it's better than our apartment.
Dead ass? Yo, shut up.
I don't know how to say it.
Just say it.
Remember when I said that he told me everything?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he told me everything because Sam and we got engaged.
You and Sam?
Wait, why didn't you tell us?
Bitch, he proposed and you never told me?
Oh, you don't remember their you don't remember their marriage pact?
Their marriage pact.
Yeah. Oh shit. I never thought he'd actually go through with it, but yeah. What was it? Freshman year of high school, they both said that if they weren't married by their 28th birthday, that they would get married.
Is this true?
Yeah, it's true.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Damn.
He proposed to me back in April, and we were trying to find the right time to tell you, but we knew a wedding wouldn't be plausible with COVID, so we started planning for a wedding for next year.
You guys happy ending after all, huh?
half of it.
The other half?
I have the results here.
Wait, you're pregnant too?
Ava, we don't keep secrets in this group.
I'm sorry, I was scared and I didn't know how to tell you, and I miss him. I miss him so much. And I wish that things didn't have to be this way, because I truly found the love of my life. And right when things were looking up, he left. Sam was my best friend, and I loved him with all my heart. And I don't know what this paper is going to say, but I'm scared. I'm scared to bring a child into this world without him.
You don't have to. You got us.
At least we gave it a shot.
We have been tempted, girl, beyond and above humiliation.
Times like these appreciate the fam. Hold my hand when I'm feeling damn. Slam my fist in the golden sand. Same complexion on my mama's hands. Felt the warmth, made me miss some more. Feeling torn, been a while since I bought a pack. Sober living, like my pockets tapped. Talk to Ade when I need a laugh. Home gang, working on another path. Trimming all the grass, looking for the snake slither when we wake. See some people fade, see some people stray. Just another day, slowly see my heart decay. Wish there was a way to disappear, I'm feeling drained. Just another day, slowly see my heart decay. Wish there was a way to disappear.
Ryan is not here. He said he was on his way though. I think he was like, look.
Wish there was a way. I wish there was a way. Said and I don't mind, got me feeling like I'm shit inside, dog. Past the alkaline water, I need downpours and internal wars. How I'm gonna keep the score now. Brain feeling sore, I just need a rebound. Mama look at me, smile, please, dog. Mama look at me, smile, please,